What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Stellar Blade yet again, and potentially a state of play. I think that's what we are leading towards. I really think we are going to get a duplicate of that state of play we got once by PlayStation, where it's kind of Asian themed, right? So maybe Japanese has a big influence. Obviously, I think it's a Korean developer is the one that's making Stellar Blade, so that would be most of it. And then you would also get Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man 2 would probably be the really big kind of cherry on top. But specifically for the purposes of this video, it seems like there is some stuff going on behind the scenes on Stellar Blade, the biggest of which is the FAQs on the website. So I believe there's the new image of this girl, and there's also just a bunch of questions. Now, they don't really give anything away. Like, we already kind of knew all this stuff. It's a PS5 console exclusive. It's not multiplayer. It gives the developer name, gives a little bit of a background as to what the game is, talks about the difficulty, but we had kind of heard about the difficulty before. One, I think, new thing is it will actually have a physical release. A disc-based version will be available to pre-order, so that is super cool. And then we also have with that some tweets from PlayStation Germany, and this is mainly Final Fantasy VII related, but there's the theme here, right? That it's, again, going to be maybe Japanese-centric of like a state of play. So the Germany PlayStation handle tweeted out, "We hear now is the perfect time to add Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to your wish list." And they also did put out a Stellar Blade tweet. I actually quote tweeted it yesterday, and it's just talking about that Stellar Blade appears exclusively for PS5. I think it says you can add that game to the wish list. Now, here's the thing. I don't think Stellar Blade being a wish list item on the PlayStation Store is new, because I definitely remember making a video about that, maybe even close to like a year ago. So that's not new, but again, you have these tweets that are seemingly, Korean, again, for Stellar Blade, Japanese for, say, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and the last piece to the puzzle is they actually deleted their tweet on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so that's no longer out. So that is a really big sign, I think, that they're getting ready for a state of play. You're going to see Final Fantasy VII, you're going to see Stellar Blade, you're going to see maybe one or two others, maybe Rise of the Ronin, and Spider-Man would be the big game that would kind of end it. It would have to be over the next few weeks, right? There's a lot of people that think it's being announced this week and it happens next week. I think that makes a lot of sense, because even if it happens next week, you got about a month after that until Spider-Man comes out. And for Stellar Blade, as we've talked about, you need that date. You need to give the release date. I don't think it's coming in 2023. I guess it's possible. I think the odds are really small, but it could be like early December. You look at the calendar, you have to think like Sony too is going to have their hands in this and say, well, you can't come out in October. There's just no way. November is packed, so I think for the benefit of all of the games, you don't do Stellar Blade then. You look at December. December has Avatar, and that's kind of it, but games normally don't release past like December 15th, December 16th, like halfway through the month. They normally don't come out. So unless Stellar Blade is the first 2 weeks of December, which could happen, but besides that, I think it would be obviously next year. The question then is, and I actually put this on Twitter, if it's late January, early February, that is already packed with the Tekkens of the world, Suicide Squad, Persona, Grand Blue, like it just keeps going. So honestly, if I'm Stellar Blade, and I'm a huge fan, I'm going to be getting this game day one no matter what, but I would prefer maybe like late February, early March, somewhere around there. But again, you actually have to think about Final Fantasy VII as well. So Rebirth would also most likely, most definitely, maybe, can I be so bold? It would probably get a release date at the State of Play as well. So you'd get a release date for Stellar Blade, Final Fantasy, and even maybe Rise of the Ronin, because that's rumored to be early 2024. So get ready, because the calendar for January and February is already kind of packed. It's about to get much worse. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.